Good, my good people, welcome to Cocktails and Takeaways, baby. It's your girl, Madam Joyce, in the building, and it's episode 11, baby. Now, of course, you know I only bring special people onto the show, so I have somebody very, very amazing. I got the baddest beat in TikTok right now. I got the hottest in the dancing game. She is a TikTok superstar. She is a professional dancer, and she's here with us today. It's just Nife here, baby. What is good?
Hey.
Thank you so much. First of all, let's talk about the skin.
Okay, let's get into it.
Let's talk about the chocolate skin right now because sis, you is glowing.
Oh, thank you.
Let's talk about, like, literally, I always see your hair right now it's the skin to the hair contrast for me.
Thank you.
Flick it for them quickly. Oh yes, baby.
I needed that because this hair was annoying me in front. Let me just thank you.
No, you look so good. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Right, guys, of course, let me tell you something before we start. If you're not sipping something light, you're not doing it right. Get yourself a drink. Get yourself a drinky poo. Okay, listen, pause this right now. If you haven't got a drink, get yourself a drink. All my strong bloods, all my pedestrians, let's go. How has your week been, sis? Talk to me.
My week's been a very good week, actually, this week.
Mm-hmm.
For the past, 2-3 weeks, I've had people in my house. You know, I love hosting and I love all my friends.
Yes.
But I think I needed time for myself after
It'd
that.
be like that.
So, yeah, this week I've had the house to myself again. I've been working, of course, just, enjoying the good weather. And that's about it.
Listen, today, guys, I don't even know where you guys are in the country, but in this London right now, shit is hot.
It's really
as
hot.
in, my top lip was sweating.
Sis,
as in...
On the way here, I was sweating in the cab.
The
leather seats were just
why was the leather seat sticking to my body for?
Oh my gosh, no.
Even
COVID,
you know what's annoying? When in London, when it's hot and then when the trains is packed as well, it's like God release me from this prison. Release me from this prison.
This is why I take Uber, even if my account is saying otherwise. I'll take the Uber because that train in the heat.
I am a cheap ass bitch. Sorry, I'm taking
really?
train. I'm a cheap ass bitch.
I'm taking train.
Listen, I'm not at your Beyonce level quite yet.
Oh dear, neither am I.
No. We see. No, stop it. We see you. I'm. Can I just say I'm so proud of you. Like just the fact that you have come from, and I want you to share your story. But you have literally come from working a 9-to-5 to literally being an international superstar. I'm going to call you international because people be knowing you all over the globe.
Thank God.
But do you know what? I actually, usually what we do here is we do hot topics of the week. But do you know what? I want to know your story, sis. I want to know where you're coming from and where you are now, because we know where you are now. You everywhere, bitch.
Yeah, well.
I
find this so cool because I don't talk about myself that much. So this is going to be very interesting, this podcast. But yeah, it's been mad. It's been crazy. As you said, 9-to-5 to here. But before then, even when I was younger, in church is where I started dancing. So, it's a bit odd. My church were very supportive, so they let me perform. If I said, I want to do a dance performance this weekend, they're like, yeah, don't worry, you can go on stage and perform. I would fully do a whole solo in church,
Go on,
that's
Go and dance.
Legit. So that's how I started. Would dance with friends as well. And then I was sent to musical theatre school when I was younger by my mum and my grandma. They were like, you know what, we need to get her out of her shell a bit more, because I was shy as well when I was younger. So did that. And then just naturally I started getting into different things within dance because that's what I liked the most. So I would do street dance, did a little bit of Latin dance, anything that I could basically get my hands on, contemporary ballet, all of that stuff. Then I took a break, moved to South Africa for a couple of years, had influences from there.
Wow.
Came back to the UK and I was about 14, 15 and I went back into street dance. And then I think when I was in college, took a gap year after college, and that's when Afrobeat started to really grow in terms of the dance scene.
Is this during the AZONTO days?
This is during AZONTO days. So AZONTO days was during college. By the time I left college, had a gap year, it was now, okay, you can actually dance and have some kind of platform. It wasn't huge at the time. There's only a couple of dancers, maybe the CEO dancers and the unique silver dancers and stuff like that, and Uncle TC and his partner Curtis. So it was people like that I was looking up to. But I wanted to join in, and I just like to dance. So I just post freestyles on my Instagram, and it just started to grow from there. So
even before TikTok, you've been in the game.
I have been doing this. When people call me a TikToker now, I'm like, that's so funny, because I've been doing dance professionally anyway. I still do. And I was on Instagram way before. I was on Instagram from 2015, 16, doing all of that, growing. And then TikTok, I only joined TikTok like last year. Like,
crazy.
Well, that's a lie.
Be honest. Be honest.
Be truthful. I joined TikTok maybe 2 years ago, but I only started using it last year. Yes. So it's only been like just over a year.
And you know what I love about your story, just for the fact that your mum and your grandma were supportive enough to put you in. Because I know there's a lot of dancers and a lot of people who want to get into creative things that sadly don't have supportive parents that will fund for them. I know at that young age, I wanted to do acting. Yeah. So I auditioned for an acting school when I was like 13, 14, but it was like 300, 400. But you know how much private dancing actors. So my mum was trying to fork that shit up. Do you know what I mean?
To be fair, I can't blame them. Yeah, especially when they didn't grow up with the exposure of, okay, this could actually lead to something, or just having your child express themselves. I think most parents prioritize education. So if they're not trying to spend the money on that, they're like, it's not that deep. Like, I'm not going to pay for that. So I relate with them, but it is definitely good to support your children from young, even if it's just for them to have an outlet. Let them just have that outlet, because they need it sometimes. I needed it. I was shy. I was so shy. Like, now I'm confident, I've glowed up, but I was shy. I was very, very shy when I was a kid. I wouldn't even talk. Like, I was very shy. So I needed that to come out of my shell. Like, dance gave me that confidence to come out of my shell.
Honestly, I love that. And just talk me through your first ever viral moment. Obviously, you started TikTok last year.
Yes.
And next thing you know, you're blowing up. Talk me to the first time where you're like, shit, I think I'm actually really big.
Ooh. You know what it is?
Go ahead.
So, not to sound ungrateful, but because I've been on Instagram for a long time, I had viral videos on Instagram before.
Let them know. You've been in the game, bitch. Let them know. You're like, what? You think this is new to me?
No, let me land. So I've been doing videos on Instagram for years. Like, I've had a few viral moments, and I'm like, wow, like, it feels good every single time. On TikTok, I think the moment that I realized I was somewhat of a somebody
popping, you can say it.
Was when I did Don't Rush. Either Don't Rush, I had a Don't Rush challenge, or Case Remix, where I drop on the floor and I open my legs, that one. So those two challenges, because they did well on Instagram and TikTok, that was like my moment of, oh, we're here now. Like, people around the world. And then it became celebrities. Then it became like A-list celebrities.
Come on now.
What's going on? Like, it was crazy. Like, I can't even pick between the two challenges, but I would say around that time of Don't Rush and Case Remix, those two challenges made me realize that.
And do you know what's mad? I feel like literally your content really brought people together during COVID, especially. I'm sure you probably those two challenges, I'm sure, were around COVID. It was like, we were in the house, we were so separated from our people. Your dances gave people that ability to be happy and get up. Like, the clubs was closed, babe. But you know what? Nife bought the dance and we clubbing in the crib.
Literally.
We clubbing in the crib.
It's crazy because what I was doing for everybody else, I did for myself, because I was at home too. I was good too. So I was just creating and just having fun. A lot of these challenges weren't challenges when I started. I just was doing a little freestyle, and then people just ran with it. So I remember, like, I was even telling my mom, like, it's mad that if this pandemic didn't happen, the growth that I had in that year may not have happened. In fact, it would not have happened, because it was dependent on people being at home.
It was dependent on people being at home, and also the fact that we were just on screens constantly.
Yes.
And we were looking for something to do.
Legit.
I mean, generally, not just your. So we have the rise of the Afrobeat, the whole Afrobeat dance movement. Yeah. We also had online gyms. We had so many things was coming from home. Like, we just wanted to feel like we were outside again. And I feel like it was so amazing for me to see, as somebody who grew up with Afrobeats, to see white people, black people, Asian people doing Afrobeat dances.
Mad. Even people doing dances, because I feel like with me, my key has always been that I do Afro, but you may not even know you're doing Afro when you do my dances. Like, if you look at Don't Rush, I'm seeing Spanish people think that it's their genre. Like, that's Afrobeats that you're doing and you don't even know. And that's what I like. Like, people are getting introduced to this new genre or like this new style of dance, and they don't even know that it's Afro. Like, they're just doing it like, oh, this is a cute dance. And that's what I want people to see it as. You don't need to see it as some magical Africa. It's a dance, and it's something that you'll enjoy. Like, just like every other dance out there. It's just a normal genre, you know?
I think what is phenomenal about you, because you're saying, well, it sounds like a salsa dance. One thing that I love about you is that you are skilled in all ranges. You said you did contemporary, you did hip hop. And that's the thing about, you know, a lot of people, they come as Afrobeat dancers and they only know one genre. You know, back in the day, I used to dance. And it used to be, I'm not going to show you the music. I actually have music videos of me dancing and stuff. Like, they actually used to pay me to dance. Anyways.
Yo, we're watching that right after this podcast. Are you crazy? We're watching that.
I'm going to try and sieve it off YouTube if I can find it. Okay. But the fact that you know contemporary, you know hip hop. Yeah. So it's like all these influences plus your knowledge of Afrobeats. That's why people are able to engage with you and your dancing. But honestly, it's absolutely amazing. Yeah. But I want to go back. I want to go back in the day with you. College times. Yeah. AZONTO warriors.
I was an AZONTO warrior. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We were all AZONTO warriors.
Yeah. At least we can all say it proudly now. Yeah. I was an AZONTO warrior.
This was the first time because you're Nigerian, right?
Yeah, Nigerian and 1/4 Ghanaian.
1/4. Okay, let's forget about the 1/4 for a minute. This was.
Sorry, mum.
This was the first time that Nigerians, because we had the band, we had One Day Call, we were dominating the Afrobeats for a very long time. Yeah, this was Ghanaian people's moment. Yeah, and Nigerians said, let's take a backseat. We'll give you this one.
Fam, there were some Nigerians trying to take. I remember very clearly there were some Nigerians trying to take AZONTO at the time as well.
They shouldn't.
They shouldn't have done that. Right? I remember at the time thinking, no, guys, just let them have their moment. Like Nigerians were really trying to take over in Nigeria. This AZONTO thing. Remember, Wizkid and them made AZONTO songs. Nigerian dancers were running around talking about, it's from Nigeria. I was like, guys, it's definitely got it.
But you know us, we had teeth. We had teeth. We like to claim. Everything that's good, we like to take.
It's true.
But you know what? I remember the AZONTO period and it blew up in the UK, and it was just it was just like, obviously now everyone's doing a dance, but it was just within the black community. And you had people like Joey B, you had Joe Black, Vera. Yeah, listen, I'm telling you. Yo. And then there was that thing, and this was the first time I saw Afrobeats actually being put on YouTube. Yes. Whether that was that, I don't know, were you part of that cypher?
I wasn't part of the
cypher. You know the cypher I'm talking about, where it was just the mix with, where is that DJ? DJ Sawa. Where is DJ Sawa?
I don't know. Was he from here? I don't know where
he was Ghanaian, but I'm sure he was UK. I don't know where DJ Sawa was the one that had all those ciphers, and then everybody would come and do that. They would do their dance movements, and it was just, and you'd literally go home on your YouTube, you'd rewind it, and you'll be like, okay, cool, this one. It was the best time.
Yeah, it was. I feel like in that moment, I think it was the first time that we realized, oh snap, there are, like, Africa's cool, because we're all living here, right? We're growing up here. There was no movement coming from West Africa apart from the music. There was no actual, like, dances, social dances, I call them, like, where you can do it with your friends type thing. But we had seen it in America for years. We had seen it in England for years. We already had our stuff going on in the West. So finally, for something to be coming from West Africa, especially Ghana, for it to be coming, and like we can now relate because it's our home. Like, we're all African. We're like, yes, finally. Yes, we're getting into the cool gang. Like, I think that's what happened. It looked like that's what happened at the time. That we finally had something we could call our own.
Yes.
And be proud of it as well. Because when I was growing up in school, in primary school, it was not cool to be African.
No.
I used to be Jamaican. That's it. Everyone used to think I was Jamaican because I used to tell everyone I was Jamaican in primary school. Wow. I was not. Don't know why. I had a Jamaican best friend at the time, so obviously, I just felt like being African just was not cool.
It wasn't cool. Nothing cool. It wasn't cool.
Yeah, and now when that AZONTO era started, there was kids like doing AZONTO in school proudly. No one's making fun of you. Do you know what I mean? You had something to claim onto that people are like, what is that new thing that you guys are doing
over there?
You know?
And it really, honestly, it really brought the African community together.
It really did.
And it made us cool. Like to see people doing Afrobeats and seeing it on the TV, it was incredible. Yeah. It was absolutely incredible.
Do you remember seeing CEO dancers?
Oh my God, on Britain's Got Talent
audition. How did you feel when that happened?
Surreal. It was surreal. And do you know what? Yeah, one thing I love about them is that they didn't wash it. You know, sometimes people like to wash themselves down to gentrify themselves or whatever. They came in the tie. We'll never forget. They came in the African tie on the waist. Yep. They came in the barefoot. I
think it was even a shaky skirt as well.
Yeah, it was. It was. Consider. Listen, literally,
it was sick.
Amazing. They did Concrete, did they?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God, my memory is actually on point. I remember this, and like for me to actually remember the song that we even danced to shows how significant it was for 3 black African women doing African dances on mains TV, and they got far.
Yes,
they got far,
and they weren't from Africa, they were from here, they grew up, well, they had English, so we could all relate. Like, I'm an African, but I was born here, so obviously I don't sound like my cousins and everyone back home. So to see that represented on TV, I was like, oh, finally, you guys know we're here, like, and we're not just fresh, we're not just, you know what I mean, we have talent, we have stuff to bring to the stage.
And
so
I believe they got to the semi-finals.
They did, and the judges loved them. The judges were mesmerized. I remember seeing that, thinking, yes, I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be on TV doing this Afro thing. And it wasn't even called Afro then. I think it didn't even have a name.
It didn't have a name.
Genre. It was just
It didn't
African
have a name.
dance.
It was just... I don't think... What do they call it now?
I mean, that one is a conversation for another podcast. But there is a bit of controversy around the name of the genre right now. But Afrobeats or Afro is what I go with. Because Afro, I feel like, is just a nice umbrella term to cover everything. Coming out of specifically West Africa. But some people are using it to obviously label other styles as well, but there's so many dance styles in Africa. Some of them aren't obviously Afro beats, like South Africa, for example,
and they are smashing it.
Smashing
it. I'm so pleased for them, man. I'm so pleased. Like, you know what I mean? Finally. You know, as someone that has been brought up here, as you know, one thing I love about being Black British is that we're first generation in. So even though we are born here, because our families are coming from here, we are very integrated into our culture. Yes. Most of us speak our languages. Most of us are still very intertwined into our culture. So the fact that British people now and globally who at one point didn't accept us is now actually embracing us, trying to monetize off us, but we won't talk about that, that's for another episode. Trying to embrace that, like, it's absolutely phenomenal. But I wanted to talk to you about something. Obviously we were mentioning a bit of we mentioned controversy.
Yeah, I like it a little bit.
I want to know what you think. Obviously there's been a discussion on TikTok about Black dancers, obviously predominantly Black dancers have been doing a lot of the new dances, but then you have these non-Black dancers taking the credit for it. So there was that whole thing with Meg Thee Stallion and her song that Black dancers refused to make a dance.
Because
to make a point. They wanted to see, and the point was made. I'm sorry, because where's the dance?
Till now, there were dancers, they just weren't hitting. There
were
bare dancers, but obviously non-Black creators, but they just weren't
hitting.
So
as a Black creative, how do you feel about that?
Do you know what's crazy? I think I've got a mixed reaction with things like this, because I do definitely relate and empathize and understand where a lot of Black creators are coming from. Like, yo, we're the source, basically. Like, we bring vibes, like, we're the source, and we see other creators running off and benefiting and making money from this. Now, on the other hand, I don't necessarily think it's always their fault, because when you deep it, if I was just a young, for the sake of this conversation, Oyinbo girl, like on TikTok, and I'm just dancing, if I've done a little, tag, we do tag DC, which is dance credit. So you tag the dance credit and you're doing the dances and stuff like that, and a brand comes to you and doesn't go to them, you're not saying, oh, by the way, no, I don't want this job. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes they don't know why some of them don't understand their privilege, so they just don't get it. They just get it. Yeah. So they're just benefiting from the fact that you look like the majority of their consumers, so they're going to go to you first, kind of thing sometimes, which is still frustrating. It's still not right, but it is what it is sometimes, I think. And I just think what we need to do is just do so much better at owning our shit, if I can swear.
Thank you.
We need to just own our shit, to be honest, so that even if someone wants to run off or wants to tap in, we're the rulemaker,
we're the source,
and we're the source. We get to determine what happens. Sticky. It's a very sticky conversation. There are obviously people out here that are genuinely stealing, but they should be dealt with like in any genre and in any culture. They should be dealt with. Yeah. But I don't necessarily think we can put the blame on the actual creators. We need to put the blame on the brands, and we need to put the blame on the bigger corporations or TikTok itself. Like, for example, myself, I'm not gunning for it. I'm not desperate for it. But like, a lot of my followers have noticed that I'm not verified, for example, even though I have a lot of followers and I've got a lot of impact on there. But they will see their fellow, like, dance creators or whatever being verified quicker, and they'll be under their comments saying, well, why are you verified when it's just Nifa's not? And I'm like, that's not the person you should be talking to. If you're going to talk to anyone, harass TikTok or harass whatever organization you could harass. But people tend to just focus their energy, I think, on the wrong fight, basically.
Absolutely. And you know what, shout out to the people and to the businesses who are actually celebrating and appreciating the Black creators, the Black dancers. For example, Chop Daily, you know, Chop Daily has done, like, talk to me about that. That's my
manager. Shout out to Chop Daily.
Talk to me about Chop Daily and your relationship, because you know, one thing I love about Chop Daily is the first time I've ever seen music and actually dance put together, because usually it's like you have music and then you have dancers.
Yes.
But then it's like Chop Daily has made music with dancers in mind.
Yes. And
they did talk to me about that.
So Chop Daily, it's a platform, Instagram platform, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. They have a label, so they make music as well with artists.
Nice.
So the owner of Chop Daily, he's a producer in the sense that he'll get everything sorted. So he'll get the artist, he gets the producer, he gets whoever, to make the kind of song that he wants being made. And then he markets the music through dance. So
amazing.
Yeah, like a lot of the time, like with My Touch, if you remember that.
Hey!
That's a Chop Daily song, right, with UG. And we did a live, myself and Johnny, to make up the dance and to react to the song. So people had an exclusive listen of the song. We made a challenge. So when the song dropped at midnight, bam, the challenge dropped at the same time, bam. So it's together. Yeah, so I like that because it's different, and it also lets people know that, listen, there's a lot of power in this dance thing. Like that song, I swear, I don't know what the streaming number is, but it's a lot. And the song has done well.
Amazing.
And mainly because there's a dance challenge attached to it, as well as it being a good song. So.
And that dance challenge went viral.
Yeah,
I think that was probably one of the first times that I saw you.
Oh wow.
And I was like, no, I saw the dance before I saw you. You can imagine
Crazy.
I saw the dance. Everyone had been doing it. It was viral. Like every one of their mums and their dads was doing it. And I remember my friend Wale, he came from America. He's American, and he's like, nah, we gotta do this dance. We gotta do this dance. So we actually learnt the dance together.
Oh my God.
And then I then realized, oh my God, this is the girl and Johnny that had made the dance. And I thought, you know what? Let me clap for you. Like,
thank you.
You got that. That's what I'm saying. You have the whole world moving like you.
It's crazy.
I mean,
it's crazy.
Talk to me about, you said that you were doing a 9 to 5. Talk to me about that.
Yes. So, what year was that? 2018 to 2019? 2019 it was. I was working for ASOS, customer care, so night shifts I was doing. I wasn't even doing day shifts. I had a 9 to 5 and it was a night shift. Listen, and I was, my kind of retail, because it's an online store, I was sitting behind a computer screen from 8 p.m, to 7 a.m. for 4 nights every week. It was a lot. And I was just answering all the queries. So all these people that were complaining about their order hasn't arrived, I was one of the people that would answer the emails, or the Twitter questions, or the Instagram comments. Like, that was our job, basically. So for the whole night, we're just dealing with angry customers, basically. And the good thing I would say about it is that it taught me a lot about just people in general. Yeah. So, like, even the way that I used to talk to people in the emails, I still talk now. Yeah. With my own business. And, like, even the way you just learn about people's expectations of a business or of a big brand or a corporation. Yeah, I took away a lot of that from that experience, and it was interesting. It was fun. I met a bunch of cool people, but just there's not much to say about it. I just did it for money and to make sure I could still do what I need to do on the side. And
you know what? It's actually so. That's what I'm saying. Like, you are a dancer. You can imagine. You are a dancer. You are someone that literally likes to get up and move. To then have to be confined, sitting down 12 hours. I'm sure you were trying to bust a small swimming move on that chair.
Oh, I did. Do you know what's crazy? Actually, I'm just even remembering while I was at ASOS. So I'm in the customer care office. Imagine. I think that was when I got my first brand deal. So I did a campaign with ASOS. It was my first deal. So I was sitting down, and my face is around the office, like all over the display screens that they had.
No
me and
way.
Sophia. So I'm sitting there, like, every day going into work. My face is up there, but I'm sitting with everybody else doing customer care. Do you know how crazy that was?
It's crazy.
That's when it started, the whole thought of, you maybe need to leave this job soon. Like, you need to start looking into doing this.
Yeah,
you can't be coming into work. You got paid to do one campaign. You look good. It's, all well and good. And then you're coming to...
It's crazy.
You gotta leave.
So now you do what you do full time.
Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing. And for the people who want to get into creative work and who are on their 9 to 5s, what would you say to them coming from that journey?
I would say stay in there as long as you can, because I know a lot of people preach that you need to leave, you need to make the most of your time. I don't believe that. I feel like you can leave when you know that you're making enough to survive, at least. Because when you're working in a 9 to 5, there's also valuable skills you learn while you're there. If you make the most of the opportunity. A lot of people that don't want to be somewhere decide that, since I don't want to be here, I'm just not going to learn anything from this. I'm just not going to take anything away from this. Take what you can away from that, the money and the experience and, the networks. Because at the end of the day, some of these people that you work with may also leave and do their own ventures, and you may want to collaborate or work with them and whatever else. You never know what someone's going to do in the future. So do what you can do while you're still there. Leave when you can survive on whatever money you're making from the side hustle that you want to become the main hustle. And just be smart.
Listen, be smart, honestly, and don't give up. That's the thing. Like,
don't give up.
And it's amazing. Like, I don't even know. I always say to my people, because my videos on TikTok always do quite well, and I feel like I must give
That's
TikTok.
That's why I saw you. That's why I saw this.
It's crazy. You realize that I messaged Nife and I was like, Nife, I want you to come on the show. She was like, bitch, I already see your ass. Let's go. And I want to say TikTok is so good in terms of reach, like in terms of actually getting people on your stuff. TikTok has been incredible and has been so amazing with this show.
That's so good.
So I'm so grateful. But yeah, you lot are the coolest, man, honestly. But I wanted to ask you a question. Yeah, this is what I saw on TikTok, and I've never asked a dancer this.
Okay.
No, I saw it on Instagram. There's a thing about if you come to my wedding, this girl said, if you come to my wedding, don't be doing no breakdancing.
I will dance. The kind of dance I would. You know what it is, I feel like people have too much this thing about dance. Like, leave us in peace. The ones that want to dance and express themselves, let them have fun.
I think did you see the video? There was a video of a girl at a wedding, and she was popping off like.
Was she bending back? Was it the one that came out recently?
Blue dress.
That's my friend.
Shoes off.
That's my girl.
She was ready to go.
That's my girl.
She's your sis.
Yes,
she's your good sis.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that one there, I don't know. But that one there's a lot. But the thing is, I'm an understanding person. If that's how you want to get done, get done. I don't care. Like, even at my wedding, if someone wants to come and break dance, this is still my husband. It's still fine. You know what I mean? Like, I think people say stuff like that out of insecurity, if I'm going to be honest.
If I'm being, the thing is, it's like, I get it, it's your big day, you want it to be all about you, but to be honest, I can even, like the drink I'm drinking now, you can imagine at my wedding, I probably won't even have the eyes to see, if I'm being honest.
True.
I'll probably be in the corner like.
And don't you invite people to have fun at your wedding? Or
honestly,
like, I don't know why you have guests.
The only thing I'd say that don't do it is if they're breaking hard, but there's trash. If they're doing the popping and locking and it's dead,
then you'll be escorted off the stage.
Auntie, go and sit down.
Yes.
Uncle, go and sit down.
I hear that.
If you're gonna come to my wedding and you're gonna do popping and locking, you need to dance like David danced. It needs to be. It needs to be. 10 out of 10
as well. Let me see you and be like, actually, you know what? Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Don't come to my wedding and be doing popping and locking and it's dead because. Do you know what? I'm not even gonna escort you out. I'm gonna tell DJ cut the music. I will cut the music. If you like, do a cappella. You can do a cappella dancing.
Joyce. Remind me not to come to your wedding, Joyce.
No, because I know you're going to come correct. If you're going to come to the middle of the dance floor, you come to kill.
When I have alcohol, it's not necessarily the same.
You're telling me, oh my gosh, no. I went to a party the other day and I don't know how I ended up here, but I was on the table and I was really, really popping and locking. Like, please, I keep telling people, stop giving me drink. They don't listen.
That's why they give you drinks so you can end up on tables to pop and lock.
I be on tables popping and locking.
Nah.
Moonwalking on the table like a bad bee. And do you know what? The man them still love it. So what? What do they want? What do they want to say?
You see?
What do they want to say?
It's fine. I'm sure you're not that bad. I'm sure you're at least dancing well on the
respectively. Table. Okay, no, I am. The thing is, I'm not a hardcore dancer.
Right.
I'm a 60%, but then sometimes when you have too much drink, it goes a bit up to 80.
It's alright.
80 is alright, not the full 100.
Yeah.
You don't want to like the full 100 will have all your makeup. You have all your makeup starting up, and your lashes will start coming up. That's 100.
I've done that before. I can't lie. Yeah.
There was a time I was in a club and it was hot. And there was a girl that literally, you know, when the bashment comes on, when the bashment comes on, and
why did you say like that, please?
Because it's like, no, let's talk about that, because I never understood that. I feel like Caribbean women have quite a lot of stamina, and like, because how are you in squat position for 5 songs straight?
Do you know what? Think about it like this. If we were doing that from when we were 8 years old, we'd have the same stamina.
It's
we don't do it like that.
We don't.
Our waist movements are very different. Like, we just do a little, you know, that's what we're used to. They be doing that. So I guess they're used to it. And also, it's a cultural thing. I've learned as I got older. It's really, really a cultural thing. The same way Afrobeats is a cultural thing for us. I think that kind of dance is obviously a cultural thing. It's crazy.
There was one time where I was standing next to a girl and she thought I was staring at her because I was just being a perv. But I was staring at her because 6 songs had gone by and she was in squat position doing back, ticky, tick, tick, tick. She was TikTok. Wait, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. That is 18 minutes in squat position. Listen.
A lot. That's
in
gym
heels.
day.
That is a gym day.
Mad. Rate that.
Do you know what? I have to clap for this, Caribbean. Like,
Shout out to
if
you.
I had that kind of stamina, yeah, men won't know what to do with me. But at the moment,
Maybe that's why we don't. We'll be too dangerous if we
We'll
have
be
that kind of stamina.
honestly, it's bad
Too
enough being
dangerous.
fine, you know. No, we're coming to do that in the club.
I can't like my lower back here, you know, like the first 10 minutes when I start on a night out, it's stiff. So I have to get up to kind of, then I go back in. I really don't have that lower back stamina like that. No.
I don't have any stuff. Listen, honestly, I'm telling you, if you see me, especially if I'm in heels, just know, as soon as I get into the door, I'm looking for a seat. I need to sit down, please. The heels is for simple aesthetic. Just know.
Yes,
I want everyone to know now, if you see me in heels, just know I'm in pain. I'm hurting.
You need to get comfortable heels. That's what you need to get. Invest in comfortable heels.
There is no such thing. Unless you're talking about wedges, and then really, why are you wearing wedges? Don't wear those.
No.
Don't, respectfully, don't wear this.
Not out anyway. We're not going out to club in wedges.
Anywhere.
No.
Actually,
Not anywhere.
Not anywhere. Don't wear wedges anywhere. But literally,
there's places you can wear wedges.
like where?
Like pool parties. I don't know.
Actually, no. I do see some girls in IB for wearing some really nice wedge shoes. I must give them, but that's the only way I've seen people get away with it.
Yeah,
like,
that's the
wedge
only way I've
shoes.
seen it.
Wedge shoes in the club is a no.
Nah.
No, I don't even like wearing flats in the club. If I'm being honest.
I can't lie. I'd rather be in pain in my heels than wear flats or bring a spare.
Especially what's your height?
I'm 5'5".
That's the thing. You're 5'5". You're quite. When I saw you, you're quite petite.
Yeah.
So you want to have that elongated leg, and
I like feeling tall.
Yeah, me too. And the thing is, because my legs I've got quite short legs.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, I do. I got really short legs.
Really?
So I have to wear heels because I look really stout. I look very compressed.
Yeah.
Because I'm already quite thick, and then I'm now like here.
Yeah.
So I have to elevate myself a little bit.
Right.
But most of the time I'm in pain, which is why sometimes I be doing your dances really sexy. It can't be this.
Yeah.
Because just know.
No, but I feel that because I do the same thing when I'm out. I don't do it the way I would do it in flats in my tracksuit.
Yeah, you can't.
I would do it. You know, I'll do a little cute rendition. So I feel you.
I'm telling you, but no, I do. Apparently, they're gonna get the. Have you got your vaccination?
Not yet.
So, well, we're not going to the clubs anymore then.
Apparently, but you know what? I don't need it. I did a whole year without clubs.
You say that.
Oh dear.
You say that.
Oh dear.
But me and you are single, so if we're not going to the clubs, where are we going to find bays?
In decent places, not the clubs anyway. I don't know why clubs are the place we're looking for. No, decent places. We're going to go to restaurants. We're going to go to brunches. We're going to go to... Where else are we going? Where else can we find men?
Private members clubs.
Even
you know
better.
what? I read somewhere that there was a girl. She went to... Funny enough, she went to a brunch place by herself. Yeah. She was sitting down minding her business. Apparently, one guy told the waiter to put her on his tab.
Can you imagine?
And gave her his number.
Where are these men?
Where are these men? Where really are these men?
I'm actually going to do a public service announcement right now.
Say it, let them
I'm
know.
tired of the uncles in my DMs. I don't want it.
Listen, if you know you're over 40, if you're over 30...
That is still okay.
38.
Okay.
If you're over 38, stop coming into my DMs.
Thank you.
Stop it.
Please and thank you. Yeah, I don't know where these men are because I'm not finding anyone that's paying for my drinks. To be fair, I think most people think I will pay for my own, which is probably true, but I want someone to offer at least.
Honestly,
just put me on their tab.
That should be a regular thing.
Yeah.
I don't, even these days, like I find it very rude if a guy's talking to me and I'm at the bar and he doesn't offer me a drink.
Listen,
you know,
sis,
that's rude.
we're the same, I feel like, because even my male friends, I'll tell them, so you're buying this then? If you're standing here talking to me at the bar, my dear, we're catching up. You need to pay for this.
You must be, or run along.
Yeah.
Run along.
Yeah. But at the same time, I do feel for guys because there's girls screaming in their ear that I'm independent. You know, I don't need no man. So they're just like, okay, well, do you, boo, then? You don't need the chivalry then, if that's the case.
I mean, come on. We're saying we're independent, not that you shouldn't buy us a drink.
True. That's two very different things.
That's two very...
True.
Me buying a drink and not buying a drink does not equate to my
True.
Independence or dependence.
Have you had someone talk to you at the bar and he's trying to actually move to you and he's not buying you a drink, but he's come and met you at the bar? He's met me
at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
worst. And the thing is, it's very cocky and it's very cheeky because then you'll try to ask for my number.
And I'm here paying for my drink.
And I finished. We're talking, and I'm looking at you, and the waiter's like, "Oh, that's $7.99." Now the bartender, and I'm tapping, and you watch me tap, and you then continue to ask for my number. It's the audacity, effrontery, and guts for me.
Straight
It's the
facts.
tenacity for me.
Listen.
Like,
Listen, and it will be the person you don't even want in the first place. So it's like you don't really have much going for you right now. It's really
so
weird.
what is your type? Have you ever dated another dancer?
Let me tell you, funny enough, actually, I did a show 2 years ago, 2019, when I was working for ASOS, called Flirty Dancing on TV with Ashley Banjo. So the guy from Diversity, he hosts this show called Flirty Dancing. So what they do is they matchmake you with someone. So they find someone that they feel would, you know, be a good partner for you, dating wise. They teach both of you a dance separately, and then the first time I met this person is when we did the dance together. So they find us a location, you do the dance together, and after the dance you don't speak, you go away and you decide whether you want a second date with someone. So I have dated someone who can dance, and I've not necessarily dated dancers like within the industry, but I've dated someone that's danced with me, if that counts, you know.
No, bitch.
Doesn't count.
No, it's funny enough, I do remember that show. Was it on Sky?
Channel 4.
I remember it.
I did 2000.
And you guys were dancing outside, didn't it?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. I had short hair back then as well.
Do you know what? I'm gonna go watch the rerun of that.
You know, now that you know me as well, you're gonna watch it and be like, oh my god, this is cringe. I loved it, but when I watch it now, because obviously I've changed so much, I'm like, oh my gosh, the fair.
Was you blue haired? You wasn't blue haired.
I wasn't blue haired. I was black, natural hair, black, very short.
I'm very excited to watch this.
Oh dear.
No, don't worry, I will.
Dear. But dancers, yeah, I feel like, you know what? Male dancers, especially in the UK, they get too much attention from fellow female dancers. Number one. Number two, I've just never been someone that sees myself with a dancer. I see myself with someone that can dance with me, and we can have fun together if we go out. If I want to teach you a little routine, you'll be down for it, but not necessarily someone who's also a dancer like me. Because even friendship wise, I don't have, like, I have friends that are dancers, but my closest friends, not all of them are dancers, because it's hard to have really good, close relationships with someone that's in the same field as you.
Yes.
Unless they're as understanding and as honest as you are. And I'm quite understanding, quite honest. I'm quite good at, like, setting boundaries and, like, you know, being honest with my friends of, this is how we're going to do this. We're not going to do this specific thing, because I'm trying to, you know, keep our friendship safe. But not everyone's like that, so it wouldn't work anyway. So
speaking of friendships, what are the coolest people you've met online that you would say are your friends now?
Do you know what's crazy? I love that guy.
Yes.
Victor, shout out to you, boo.
That
love
chocolate
you.
skin daddy. Yes, hi, baby.
My friend Chris, otherwise known as Yabowa. I love him too. My girl Regina, Sophia. Like, I've known them for years though, to be fair. They're sisters now. They're like in the sisters league. But those two. And then, do you know what? I don't really talk about this much, but I can talk about it now because it was posted. Vin Diesel is someone that I'm actually, you know, I've got a good relationship with his family, and that came through social media. So there's a lot of people. I'm trying to think who else. I can't think of anyone else. But yeah.
Do you know what it is? Because a lot of people are quite nervous about finding friends on social media. And I would say I've met some amazing people on social media, but I just want to know your experiences, like in terms of meeting people online, meeting friends online. How have you found that journey?
Do you know what? I like it.
Yeah.
Does that sound weird? Like, no. I actually prefer it that way, because if you're meeting someone online and you know they're already exposed to what you do and understand what you do, it's so much easier. Like, what I found is, as I'm like going through in this journey, a lot of the friends I had growing up, they're not necessarily as close anymore, because some people be in their feelings. Like, you know when people say everyone changes when they get famous, or everyone changes when they get success, it's not usually them. It's usually people around them that change, and then you have to change accordingly, because now everybody's moving mad. Like, I've lost so many close friends, like sisters, brothers, all because of, it could be directly or indirectly, to be fair, but all because of what I do, basically. So it's just a bit like, but you get new friends.
It's crazy. I feel like, especially when people see you on a platform, and I'm experiencing this as well, people start feeling very insecure about themselves.
It gets worse.
It's crazy.
It gets worse. You need secure people around you, people that understand, or at least are just cool with what you do. You know, don't envy it at all.
It's the envy for me, sis. And I've like I'm sure you have been quite surprised about the people that have turned around and stabbed you in the back. Like, me too, don't worry, I'm quite shocked.
It's crazy though, because you know what's mad, it started early on for me as well, like the same stage you're in now. I was just like, why? I still didn't understand. At least you have an awareness of why. I didn't understand why. I was like, what's going on? Because me, I've always been a very nice girl, very sweet, very down to earth, as they say. And some people would say a little bit naive. Obviously not anymore, because life taught me, but I was very much naive and just like, you know, everyone's as open as I am and as transparent, and no one has a bad thing about me in their heart. No, people do, and people deal with jealousy very differently and envy very differently. So I had to learn that the hard way. But I was very, very shocked in the beginning. Like, what's going on? Why are people just moving mad? What's going on?
That's what I'm saying. It's scary because I had to check myself because I was thinking, am I the problem? Because I thought, listen, if you, like, people know me. If you see me and you speak to me, I'm the same. From year 9, year 7, I'm the same. But people were like, Joyce, you've changed. And I'm thinking, but how? How have I changed? I'm still a crazy bitch.
Listen, their perception of you has changed.
That's
you
it.
haven't actually changed. They think, do people think you're all of a sudden really busy now?
I'm busy. Oh, Joyce, you think you're too nice to come to this and do.
Yeah.
But bitch, I weren't coming before.
But even if you are too nice to come to that, what is the issue with that?
What's the issue?
What's the issue with that?
Like, seriously, like, I think that having people in the industry that understand you is so important. They always say that there's a saying that it's like you're only bragging to people who aren't doing what you're doing. Like, people who actually can be on your level, it's not bragging, it's an appreciation. So you saying that you've achieved this and achieved that to someone else that hasn't even done half of those things will be like, this girl thinks she's too nice. Listen. But the people that have done it, they'll be like, congratulations.
Exactly.
We've been there.
I think that's why I still struggle to like even talk about myself. Like even in the beginning of this podcast, I was like, oh my God, no, I can't talk about myself.
Who am I?
Yeah, but like I've had to learn that you need to people are gonna have a problem with it regardless. So you might as well just embrace what you've done, and the right people know the intention that you have behind embracing it. So yeah,
absolutely. No, 100% agree. But since you've started this, who's your favorite person that you've worked with? Favorite business, favorite brand, favorite person? It could be any of the three. I don't want to get those contracts cancelled.
Yeah. I'm thinking, who do I have exclusivity with right now? Let me just.
I don't want to say cancelled. I really loved your magazine cover with Guap.
Oh,
it was amazing.
Do you know what? I can happily, easily say that was one of my favorite things to do.
Do you know how good you looked? Like, I don't know who the stylist was, but let me clap for him or her.
Thank you.
I'm gonna clap for him or her because it looked so good.
Yeah, they were. I can't lie, it was a good day. So. That as well, just having a shoot based around me. I've been a dancer my whole life. Like, I've always been the background actor of shoots. And then I went to a shoot and it was all about me. I was like, oh my God, this is weird. Like, the makeup was there for me. The hair was there for me. Everything was just about me that day. It felt really like, it was just nice. It was humbling. And I love how the pictures came out. Like, I loved how it came out.
You look good, sir.
Thank you. And it was different. It was very like futuristic.
I loved it.
Like, yeah, I liked it. So, like, do you know what I just realised as well? I forgot some friends and I really feel bad, so I have to say
their name. Say shout out.
Danelle, Bash. You know I love you guys. You know I love you guys. I actually forgot. Oh, I'm under pressure, guys. Okay, I'm nervous.
Why are you? No, don't be nervous.
I'm not a talker, man. Like, I don't talk much. I dance. You know, when you're comfortable in one thing, like I can perform. I can.
No, but
dance.
girl, you lit. Drink it. Listen, if you feel nervous, drink your drinky pool. That's what's up. Listen, mine is gone.
Yeah, basically.
Listen, you're not drinking enough. That's why you still feeling nervous. But I wanted to get to some hot topics of the week because obviously we have someone here. My good sis, Kylie Jenner.
Okay.
No, guys, if you know me, you know how much I love Kylie Jenner. She's just announced her second child.
Yeah, I saw that today, actually.
She looked good.
She looks so good. And I like the way she did it as well. That video was so cute.
It was so cute. It was so beautiful. So I just loved, like, people are always on this Kardashian hate train and it really irks me.
It really irks me because I genuinely believe we could study and learn from the Kardashians so much.
Yeah.
Obviously, no one's perfect, but that's the whole point of being a human. But they're geniuses. For you to be able to create some kind of legacy or some kind of name for yourself to that degree over how many years? I feel like they've just stopped keeping up with the Kardashians. Yeah, they just stopped. Was it not running for 10 years or something?
10 years in the game.
And they were the top of the reality game for 10 years. That's
10 years strong. It's not easy.
It's not easy. You have to be smart to do that. I don't know why people love to just jump on the hate train. And they're just women. Like, women have complexities in life. Like, life is not going to be smooth sailing for them. So we should not judge them.
Absolutely.
For the decisions they've made in this
I find it interesting. Life. People want to talk about Kim Kardashian's sex tape. And saying that was the reason that her career was so successful. But so many women have got sex tapes, and what did they have?
Nothing.
What they got?
Listen, it's not even. I think if anything, she just knew how to turn that situation and
not
make
just
it
for
into
her whole family.
Her whole family.
And that's something that I aspire to do. Like, you imagine not just be. You know, there's a lot of people, a lot of celebrities that are just a name, but she made a name for not just her, every single person in her family.
Exactly.
No one needs to call Kim and be like, Kim, I need this. I need that. Everyone has their own shit. Everyone. I'm so pleased for her, man. I'm so pleased for the family, and I'm pleased for Kylie Jenner. No one should ever chat shit to Kylie Jenner about me, because I'll actually woo you, because that's my good sis. Yeah, we go way back. Yeah, that's my good sis for real.
I love them. I do feel for people in the limelight. It does scare me a little bit as well. Like, the more you get into the limelight, the more people have an opinion about your life that you can't have any control over.
How do you handle that though? Have you ever had any hate comments?
I have, but I don't know if I want to say it. Do I say it? I'm saying it. I delete hate comments, because you people are not going to be on my platform chatting rubbish. Yeah. And I'll allow you. It's almost like going to someone's house and they're just chatting rubbish. Not in my house.
Not in my house.
Because what happens is sometimes it just opens a can of worms for other people to come and comment nonsense that they didn't even think of before, just because they want to jump on a nonsense train. If it's a valid comment, I'll leave it. But if it's literally just pure hate, or pure just you're picking at my size or something like that, if I don't want to see it, if I'm in a bad day, I'm taking the comment away. I don't care. Like, I'll delete it and get over it in the next 10 minutes. But if I leave it there, I'll be watching, has anyone replied to that comment? So
yeah, I don't just delete, block straight away.
Sometimes I do that too. Yeah,
I don't. Not sometimes. I like, literally. if you had the confidence to come into my page to talk shit, you don't need to. That access to my page is revoked, because I only do love. I only do positive energy.
Precisely.
And it's interesting, because I think I've had the most hate I had on my last video with Dan, because it was football. So I must have said something about football. I said I can't quite fathom as to why men are so
which is a
about
valid
football.
Opinion.
Like, you should have seen, and they weren't just gunning for the opinion. They were gunning for my looks. They were saying that I look like this. I was like, you bunch of insults, get the fuck off my page.
What
like,
were they saying?
They were saying, what did they say? They said, someone said I look like a gorilla. Someone said that.
Why is that the go-to thing?
Honestly, why are, like, could you not have thought of anything else? Oh, you're not even that hot to be saying this. Why is she talking like that? The boys were hurt.
About football.
I don't let it get to me, because them type of guys, nobody wants to have sex with them. So
that is some small dick energy. I'm sorry. Sorry, mom. No,
dick
for real.
energy.
No,
like, I'm not gonna lose sleep about blockity.
No.
But honestly, like, especially when you're creative, it's inevitable. I kind of understood that if I'm coming into this game where I'm speaking and directing what I'm doing to the public, I've opened myself up to the opinion of others, and sometimes definitely. They are really nasty opinions. So you have to be strong in this game. Honestly, you really, really do, because if people want to, especially you being great, if people want to suck you alive, they'll suck you alive. And they'll make sure that they want to finish you till you close that page down. Because like you were saying, you reflect people's insecurities. You reflect people's pain. There's somebody out there that at one point they wanted to be a dancer, but they didn't work as hard as you, and now they're a fat bitch. Excuse me. Let me not say that. Now they're a bit big. Okay. And now they're upset because they can't be a dancer because they're overweight, and then now they're on fake accounts talking about, you can't dance, you gorilla bitch. Do you know?
Do you know what? It's so true. But then that makes me feel sorry for someone, and then all of a sudden, I don't even care anymore. I'm like, oh, that's a shame that you feel like that. Sorry. Do you know what I mean?
But it's podcasts like this that make you understand that, listen, I didn't wake up and be great. I worked hard.
Exactly. Everyone starts with 0 followers, guys.
Everybody.
Just in case you didn't know.
Everybody.
We all start with the same. No one dashes us followers. We work for it.
I wish someone dashed me followers.
Same. It would have been easier. It would have been way easier.
But they don't know about the dedication and the hard work and the drive and what it takes to actually get to where you need to get to.
That's their own. They'll never know.
They'll never know. And they'll never know because you're too busy here talking about me when you should be focusing on yourself.
Exactly. It's actually quite sad, you know. I actually feel sorry for people like that.
I did, but then I'm like, I don't feel like I ever put anything out there to hurt people, to be offended.
That's true.
So if you're genuinely offended about the things that I say, oh baby, that's on you.
It's true.
That ain't on me, baby.
Yeah, that's not your business. That's their own issue to work through.
Well, it is what it is. But yeah, your birthday's coming up, sis. Let's talk about that. You know, you know, me and Nife have one day apart between our birthdays. It was destiny. Says our destiny. Hey, says our destiny. Hey, says our destiny. That's who I get.
No, we actually are, and I feel like that's why we get on. Like, we spoke on the phone, of course, before this podcast, you know, to just get to know each other. And I feel like that's why we get on. Like,
it was destiny. Honestly, I feel like I'm a more masculine energy to you, but you're very like me.
Yeah.
You're like
actually. Yeah. I like, that's so true. I'm like the soft, feminine,
and I'm like,
well, we need it to balance each other. So when we go out, like, no
period. Period. So what's the plan? What we doing for our birthdays?
So I'm planning on having a party. Shout out to Say Events. I'm planning to have a party, but obviously I'm holding my breath because the way I'm seeing October lockdown rules, and mine's going to be in October, and I'm not prepared for it. And my cousin did tell me, like, yo, sis, just be careful because I feel like they're going to come through with another lockdown.
No, they can't come through with another lockdown. No, my birthday month is actually, I said I'm going to dance like David dance.
Yeah, and I'll be there, right?
Period. No, you must. No, seriously. If they come through with another lockdown, I'm going to be very upset. No, I can't.
Listen, I will cry because last year that's happened. I had to change my birthday plans because of COVID. I had to have a dinner. And the dinner even, you have to go to a restaurant with mask. It's dead. I was wearing a nice dress with a mask.
No way.
Like in Hakkasan. Come on now. No one was wearing a mask.
At Hakka.
Yeah, it was a bit dead. But, you're around the people you love, so it's cool, I guess.
Not really.
Yeah.
No, if we wanted to be around you, we would have been in our house. We wanted to slay, bitch.
We
wanted to slay hard.
It was annoying. So this year I have to do a 25 plus one because my 25th didn't go the way I wanted it to. So this year will be 25 plus one.
25 plus one. No, I'm really excited about that. I don't know what I want to do for my birthday, but I do want to do something for my listeners though.
Yeah,
I have an episode next week with my brother and sister.
Oh yeah.
Yes, obviously I'm doing a get to know me. I'm doing a get to know me because I thought people don't actually know who I am and what I'm about. So let me actually bring some people and let's have a.
I'm actually gonna watch that.
You're actually gonna watch this one?
Yeah,
and
because I want to get to know you as well. A bit
more.
Oh,
baby, we can have our own personal time. But I'm talking about for my listeners.
True.
But yeah, aside from that, I think I might do a giveaway as well for my birthday.
Ooh, what? You can't say.
I can't say. I don't want to ruin it for the people.
You can tell me after.
Yeah, but guys, with that being said, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah,
we're gonna wrap it up. We done, baby. But what is your takeaway? I need to know your takeaway for today.
What does that mean? Like food?
Do you know what? Yeah, people are not really grasping this takeaway thing.
I'm not grasping.
Like like when you take away something, like what is your takeaway? Like,
okay. Is that why it's called Cocktails and Takeaway? So cocktails, then you take away something from the podcast.
Oh God, you fucked it.
Damn. Now it's dawned on me. Well done. That's good. But yeah, no, did not get that first. Okay. My takeaway from today is. That's a good question, sis.
Don't kill yourself.
I almost want to say nothing because it was just talking about myself. Do you know what I mean? But I don't want to say nothing at the same time. I had a good time. Like we had, a good conversation. But I feel weird talking about myself, so I feel like I haven't actually taken away. I feel like I've given so much. I haven't taken.
You have actually. I must say, this is the first time I would say we've actually proper gone in depth about someone, and I feel like we needed to. Because my takeaway was that I just learned some amazing things about you. I learned your journey.
Thank you.
I learned your hard work and your determination, and I learned that you're a human being. You didn't wake up one day and become a star. Literally. You had a journey, and thank you so much for sharing that with us today. And I hope you guys feel as inspired as I do because. You inspire me to live my dancer dream.
I don't know why you stopped. I need to see this video that you're talking about.
I'm an actor. I wanted to do acting. Yes.
You know what? Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it's a bit dramatic, isn't
it? Yeah, I can see that.
But guys, thank you so much for listening. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's episode 11. We'll see you next week, Wednesday, and we out, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.